Up next is Radioactive Kids. Radioactive Kids broadcast from the occupied lands of the Zalagi people, also known as the Cherokee. All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Radioactive Kids, the independent kids music show for Asheville and the world. How are y'all doing? I am Sagan, my pronouns are they, them, theirs, and you are listening to Asheville FM, or wherever you may be listening from. We have such a great show for you today. I am so excited. We will interview the Swinging Bells at about 9:30, so stay tuned for that. We also have new songs by Little Feat music from Australia, Roly Poly Guacamole, Mr. Nick Davio, EVT Kids, and a whole lot more. And we have a new story by Bill Harley. Yes, I'm very excited about that as well. So stay tuned, y'all. We have so much good stuff coming up. Let's start off, however, with a song that we actually played last year, but it's out in a new version. Last year, amazing indie musician Jim Cosgrove released a song about Martin Luther King Jr. called Dr. King, featuring Reese Palmer. And this year, he released a new version of the song featuring Aaron Nigel Smith, Genevieve Goings, Brady Reimer, Mr. Cookie Jar, Uno Dos Tres Andres, Hullabaloo, and Sugar Free All-Stars. So, that's what we're going to play right now on Radioactive Kids.
Dr. King, your light shines everywhere. The words that you spoke still echo in the air.
From the cities to the farmland, it's freedom that we sing. Hallelujah, hallelujah, let it ring, let it ring.
Hear our voices, proud and strong. Stick with love and you can't go wrong.
The time is now, the time is right.
It's always time to do what's right.
Oh, Dr. King, your light shines everywhere. The words that you spoke still echo in the air.
From the cities to the farmlands, it's freedom that we sing.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, let it ring, let it ring. Let it ring. Darkness can't drive out darkness. Let it ring. Only light can do that.
Hate can't drive out hate. Only love
shines everywhere.
The words that you spoke still echo in the air.
From the cities to the farmlands, it's freedom that we sing.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Let it ring, let it ring.
Share your dreams and speak your mind.
Let it
Seek the truth and you'll find.
We'll all be free, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we'll be free at last. Oh, Dr.
King, your light shines everywhere.
the words that you spoke still
Echo in the air. From the cities to the
take the subway. Hey, hey, take the subway. Hey, hey, yeah, the subway. Hey, hey, let's take the subway. Hey, hey, go down the track. Take it till you get back home. Just the other day I was on the street. Then I descended 90 feet to the subway. Hey, hey, to the subway. Hope you bought your ticket, 'cause I got mine. Do you hear the train coming? It's right on time. There's the subway. Hey, hey, there's the subway. Go down the track, take it till you get back home. Ooh, oh, here comes our stop. Ooh, oh, here comes our stop. To go to my house, you ride the 3, the B or the C if you transfer to the G. But if you take the E, gotta switch to the D. When you stop at the station at 14th Street on the subway. Whew, on the subway. If it's a cold, cold day, wear a scarf and a hat. But no matter what, bring a map
Or the app.
on the subway. Hey, hey, take the subway. Go down the track, take it till you get back home.
But please remember to stand clear of the closing doors.
Take it till you get back home.
Hey, Aaron, if you made up a superhero, what kind of superpowers would they have?
I don't know, Jess. I hadn't really thought about it.
Well, I have.
If I made up my very own superhero, she'd be the greatest ever. At the bottom of the ocean, she'd go swimming like a shark. X-ray vision, spot those monsters, she can see them in the dark. And with bright green hair, she goes flying through the air. And she always finds a way to save the day. If I made up my very own superhero, she'd be the greatest ever. She can grow into a giant or shrink down to pocket size. She can juggle 50 hippos and shoot lasers
That was Superhero from the brand new album by Jess and Aaron. You may recall we've played their EP and single before. Well, they have a brand new full-length album out, and it is self-titled, and we just played 3 songs from it. Yeah. We heard Superhero, The Subway, and On the Road. Before that, we heard a new single by Little Feat Music from Australia called I'm Going to Big School. And we started the show off with Dr. King 2 by Jim Cosgrove featuring, hang on, let me pull it up again, featuring the likes of Aaron Nigel Smith, Genevieve Goings, Brady Reimer, Mr. Cookie Jar, Dos Tres Andres, Hullabaloo, and the Sugar Free All-Stars. I am Sagan. This is Radioactive Kids. Let's go to England now and play a couple new singles by Young Folkies. They have 2 new singles out right now. We're going to play a song called Sweetie Pie on Radioactive Kids.
You are a sweetie pie, yes you are. You are a sweetie and you will go far. You are a sweetie pie with love baked in. You are a sweetie with a big wide grin. You are a little sweetie pie. You are the apple of my eye. You are a little sweetie pie. Yes, you are. A sweetie pie is good with tea. A sweetie pie tastes good to me. A sweetie pie so soft and sweet. A sweetie pie good enough to eat. You are a little sweetie pie. You are the apple of my eye. You are a little sweetie pie. Yes, you are. The sweetie pie is sweet all day. The sweetie pie just loves to play. The sweetie pie says ga and goo. The sweetie pie likes peekaboo. You are a little sweetie pie. You are the apple of my eye. You are a little sweetie pie. Yes, you are. You are a little sweetie pie. You are the apple of my eye. You are a little sweetie pie. Yes, you are. You are a little sweetie pie. You are the apple of my eye. You are a little sweetie pie. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are a sweetie pie, yes you are. You. If you share to show you care, it will come back to you. If you're kind, then you will find it will come back to you. If you smile for a while, it will come back to you. When you wanna make a friend, you will learn in the end that if you are kind to them, they'll be kind to you. If you sing, then joy you will bring, it will come back to you. If you say a compliment today, it will come back to you. If you lend a hand unplanned, it will come back to you. When you wanna make a friend, you will learn in the end that if you're kind to them, they'll be kind to you. Tell jokes to sad folks, it will come back to you. If you take time to clean some grime, it will come back to you. If you lend an ear to a peer, it will come back to you. When you wanna make a friend, you will learn in the end that if you're kind to them, they'll be kind to you.
Oh, Mama Pajama rolled out of bed and she went to the police station. When Papa found out, he began to shout. He started an investigation. It was against the law. It was against the law. What the mama saw was against the law. Mama looked down and spit on the ground every time my name gets mentioned. Papa said, oh, if I get that boy, I'm gonna stick him in the house of detention. Well, I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. Taking my time, but I don't know where. Tomorrow, hey, we the corona. Seeing you, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Seeing you, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Whoa, in a couple of days they're gonna take me away, but the rest of the story leaks. And when a radical priest to come and give a release, he's all undercover on Newsweek. Well, I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. Taking my time and I don't know where. Tomorrow, hey, we the corona. Seeing you, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Seeing you, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Seeing you, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Seeing you, me and Julio down by the schoolyard.
Take me a ride in the car, take me a ride in the car, take you a ride in the car, I'll take you a ride in the car. Engine it goes boom, engine it goes boom. Front seat, back seat, boys and girls, we're going round in the car. Click clack, open up the doors, click clack, open up the doors, boys. Front door, back door, clickety clack, and we're going round in the car. Take me a ride in the car, take me a ride in the car, take you a ride in the car, I'll take you a ride in the car. Ships and little boats chug along, ships and little boats chug along. Boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, boom, boom. Take you around in my car. Take me around in the car, take me around in the car, take you around in the car, I'll take you around in the car. Trees in the houses they walk alone, trees in the houses they walk alone. A car and a bike and a garbage can. But we're going round in the car. Take me around in the car, take me around in the car, take you around in the car, I'll take you around in the car. Let's go. I'll let you blow the horn, girl. I'll let you blow the horn, boys. I'll let you blow the horn. Everyone blow the horn. But we're still riding in the car. Take me around in the car, take me around in the car, take you around in the car, I'll take you around in the car. Take me around in the car, take me around in the car, take you around in the car, I wanna go round, I wanna go round.
That's right, folks. That was Roly Poly Guacamole featuring Katie Ha 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 on vocals, singing the German version of I Want to Hold Your Hand. Come give me deine hand. From their new EP of cover songs, as you may have heard. The EP is called Earworms Part 1. It's all songs that are very catchy that they wanted to cover just to have fun. Before that, we heard their cover of Woody Guthrie's Car Song and their cover of Paul Simon's Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard. Before that, we heard two new songs by Young Folkies. Kindness, It Will Come Back to You, which features Claudia Robin Gunn and Becky Boris in the beats. And Sweetie Pie on Radioactive Kids. Oh, man, this is so much fun on the show today. And now we have something very different. We haven't played a long story in a long time on the show, mostly because there haven't been very many long storytelling albums coming out. We have so much new music that we've just been focusing on that. But the time has now come because Bill Harley has a brand new storytelling album out. It's called No Problem, Stories of Accidental Mayhem. And we're going to play one story from it because it is fun. We're going to play the title story. In fact, it's called No Problem on Radioactive Kids. So get settled in for a story with absolutely no problems at all. This is Radioactive Kids.
No problem, that's what some folks say. No problem, I can fix that, make that problem go away. But when someone says no problem, is it a blessing or a curse? 'Cause it could get better, but it might get worse. Yeah, I was at home on a Saturday with nothing to do. My parents weren't home, neither were my brothers. Where were they? I don't remember, except that it's necessary for what's about to happen for them not to be there, therefore they were not there. I don't mean to say I was unsupervised. My grandmother was babysitting me. This is particularly annoying when you're 9 years old because you are no longer a baby and you do not wish to be sat upon. But it must be said that my grandmother was a laissez-faire babysitter, which meant that she generally did not pay attention to whatever I was doing. Sometimes she would take a break from watching General Hospital or As the World Turns or The Days of Our Lives, and she would call out, "Billy, what are you doing?" And I would answer, "Nothing." And she would say, "All right," which meant I could do as I pleased, as long as I did not burn down the house, which I did not do in this story. But I was bored, and I was lamenting the fact that I was bored. My poor, sad, miserable life. No one has suffered as much as I. If I only had $100 and some car keys, all of my problems would be solved. And as I thought about all this, I heard my name being called from the outside.
I looked out my window and I saw my pal Sally and my friend Glenn, who both lived on my street. They were standing at the bottom of my driveway. Bill! Bill! They were yelling. They didn't bother to ring the doorbell or knock on the door. There was no need to do that because they could yell. I said, I'm coming down. And so I did. They came up the driveway. They said, what are you doing? I said, I've got a problem. They said, what's the problem? I said, I'm bored. Bored, they said. I said, yes. If I only had $100 in the car keys, all my problems would be solved. And Glenn said, no problem, no problem. I know what to do. I said, you do? He said, yeah, I have an idea. Listen to me. So we did. He said, I know how we're going to make $100. I said, how are we going to do that? He said, we are going to make and sell fresh lemonade. Wait, said my pal Sally, who happened to be the resident math and science whiz. She said, according to my calculations, if we serve 12-ounce glasses of lemonade and charge 10 cents, which is the going rate, we will have to sell 1,000 glasses of lemonade, which comes to 12,000 ounces of lemonade, which equates with 92 gallons of lemonade. Wait a minute, I said. We have a problem. I don't have a pitcher that holds 92 gallons of lemonade. And Glenn said, no problem, no problem. I know what to do. I said, you do? He said, yes. We are going to make it in the bathtub. That is an excellent idea, Sally said. I agreed. I said, let's shake on it. And so we did. And my grandmother called up the stairs, Billy, what are you doing? And I said, nothing. Well, before we knew it, my pal Sally had calculated that we needed 1,000 lemons and 35-pound bags of sugar. And I said, we have a problem. Lemons and sugar cost money. Glenn said, don't you have any? I said, no, that's why we're making the fresh squeezed lemonade. He said, do you know anyone you could borrow it from? I said, not my parents. He said, doesn't anyone else in your family have money? I said, yes. As a matter of fact, my older brother has been saving money for a new bicycle, and it is in the top drawer of his chest. He said, go get it. I said, no, that would be stealing, and besides, my brother would kill me. And Glenn said, no problem, no problem. I know what to do. I said, what? He said, as soon as we make our first dollar, the first thing we'll do is pay your brother back. He'll never know. I said, oh, I see. He said, of course. Go get the money. So I did. Then we got my wagon. We towed it down the street. We crossed over the highway, pulling the wagon all the way down to the supermarket, where we bought 1,000 lemons and 35-pound bags of sugar. We put the lemons and the sugar back into the wagon. We towed it down the street, crossed over the highway. We were halfway down my street when I said, we have a problem. That is a lot of lemons to squeeze. Wait, said Sally. No problem, no problem. I know what to do. We stopped in front of her house. She said, I'll be right back. She ran in the house, and 45 seconds later, she burst out of the door holding an appliance. I got it, she said. What is it, I asked. She said, it is our new Sunbeam electric juice maker. Excellent, said Glenn. We reached my house. We carried 1,000 lemons, 35-pound bags of sugar, and the Sunbeam electric juice maker through the living room towards the stairs. And my grandmother said, Billy, what are you doing? And I said, nothing. And she said, all right. And she went back to watching General Hospital, As the World Turns, and The Days of Our Lives. My friend Glenn said, your grandmother is a very trusting soul. So we carted everything up the stairs to the bathroom I shared with my brothers. Not my parents' bathroom. We were forbidden to enter my parents' bathroom because my mother was afraid we would miss the toilet, which we did in our own. I should say the bathroom was fairly small, so it was hard to fit all three of us in there, along with the 35-pound bags of sugar and the 1,000 lemons and the Sunbeam electric juice maker, and it's something we could never do today in this era of social distancing in the middle of a pandemic, breathing in the same air. We had assembled all the necessary ingredients for 92 gallons of fresh squeezed lemonade. And Sally said, "We have a problem. How will we cut all the lemons?" And I said, "No problem, no problem. I know what to do." In the dining room hutch, my parents have a little box of sharp steak knives, 6 of them that they hardly ever use. They will cut the lemons. "Great," said Glenn. "Go get them." And so I did. I handed out the knives and we began to cut the lemons on the bathroom vanity. We did this for a minute or two, and then I said, "We've got a problem. We're cutting up the bathroom vanity with the knives, and once a month my mother comes into the bathroom and she will see the vanity is cut up." And Sally said, "No problem, no problem. I know what to do. We can cut them up on the floor." And so we did. We began to cut the lemons on the floor, and soon we noticed the lemon juice was spreading across the bathroom floor. I said, "We've got a problem. We're making a mess." Glenn said, "No problem. We'll just sop it up with a sponge." I said, "That's an excellent idea. There's one here under the sink they used to clean the bathroom. We can use that." And so we did. I squeezed up all the lemon juice on the floor. Sally said, "There's no reason to waste the lemon juice. You might as well squeeze it into the tub where we're making the lemonade." And so I did. So Sally began to run the juice squeezer, and we poured all the lemon juice into the tub. And then I began to pour the 35-pound bags of sugar into the bathtub. And then I turned on the water, and when the water was near the top, my friend Glenn said, "I think we have 92 gallons now." And I asked, "How do you know?" He said, "Because we can't put more water in. We have to stir now." "We have a problem," I said. "How do we stir it?" I usually use a wooden spoon, but I think the bathtub is too big. Sally asked, "Do you have a canoe paddle?" "No," I said. "We have a serious problem." And Glenn said, "No problem, no problem. I know what to do. No problem. I can fix that. I think you know the answer too." I think we all know how to stir up something in the bathtub. We need a human wave agitator. He was right. Every child knows about the human wave agitator, even if they don't know that's what it's called. The human wave agitator is what a child becomes when he climbs into the bathtub and the parents leave the bathroom. The child begins to slide back and forth in the bottom of the tub, causing waves to crash, increasing in amplitude and frequency, crashing against the front of the tub and the back of the tub, and boats in the bathtub are capsized. "Captain, my captain!" Whales are breaching. "Woo!" Plastic superheroes drowning. "Luke, I am your..." And sometimes water slips over the side onto the bathroom floor, and the parents come in and say, "I told you not to do that." But really, the parents should know better, because if you are a child and you get into the bathtub, you become a human wave agitator, and it cannot be stopped. "He's right," Sally said. "It's the only way to mix up this much sugar and lemon juice and water." "But," she said, "we have a problem. We cannot climb into the tub with our clothes on, and none of us wants to climb into the tub naked as a jaybird with the other 2 watching." I saw it was up to me, and I said, "No problem, no problem. I know what to do." I said, "I'll just put on my bathing suit." My friend Glenn said, "Are you reasonably clean?" I said, "I took a bath 2 nights ago." Sally said, "You are almost perfectly clean. Go get the bathing suit." So I did. I got on my bathing suit. I was about to climb in the tub when my pal Sally, the resident science genius, said, "Wait, we have a problem." I said, "What?" She said, "Archimedes." I said, "What is Archimedes?" She said, "It's not a what, it is a who." Archimedes was a Greek guy who climbed into a full bathtub and the water ran over the top. So he says you have to let out however much lemonade the volume of your body will displace so it will not spill onto the bathroom floor and make a mess. I said, we don't want to do that, but we will be losing some of our profits if we remove some of the lemonade. Well, said Glenn, we'll have to find something that makes the remaining lemonade more valuable. This is called value added. So we opened up the drain and emptied the volume of lemonade my body would displace. And then my friend said to me, Bill, climb into the tub. And so I did. Agitate, Bill, agitate, they said. And so I did. The human wave agitator went to work, and I would like to say I was a professional. There was some sloshing. The boats capsized. Captain, my captain, the whales breached. Superheroes drowned. Luke, I am your... And some lemonade slipped over the side, covering the bathroom floor. And my grandmother called up the stairs, Billy, what are you doing? And I yelled, nothing, as the lemonade wave crusted into my mouth. And Glenn said, your grandmother is a great babysitter. At this point in the story, you may be wondering where my parents were. And at this point in this experience, I was wondering the same thing myself. But they will not show up in this story until it is far too late. You know, said Glenn, I think we have a problem. This lemonade is just normal lemonade. I wish there was something we could do to make the lemonade unique. It would have more value. Like what? I said. I don't know, he said. It's not very yellow. Maybe we could add some coloring. No problem, Sally said. I know what to do. I am going to your kitchen and I will be right back. She left the bathroom and returned in 5 minutes with a half-dozen little bottles of food coloring. See if you can make it yellower, I said. And so she did. She put in yellow food coloring. And they said to me, agitate, Bill, agitate. I agitated, and the fresh squeezed human agitated lemonade turned yellower. It slipped over the side of the bathtub. Glenn said, this is still very normal. No problem, said Sally. I'll just put in some blue. And so she did. Glenn said, it's turning green. I wish it were purple, I said. I think purple lemonade would be spectacular. No problem, my pal Sally said. I will put in some red. And she did. And just in case you're wondering, yellow, blue, and red food coloring do not make purple. Now, said Glenn, we have fresh squeezed human agitated value-added black lemonade. That is definitely not normal. I said, it still tastes pretty good. You want to lick my arm? This is very interesting, Glenn said. No one has ever made black lemonade before. Perhaps we could charge 15 cents a glass and increase our profits. I think you can climb out now, Sally said. And so I did. My skin had turned a strange shade of gray. I said, I'm feeling sticky. And what's worse, we have a problem, a serious problem. My friends asked, what? Well, how are we going to get 92 gallons minus the amount lost due to the principle of Archimedes of freshly squeezed, human-agitated, value-added black lemonade down to the end of the driveway where we will sell it? It will take forever using a pitcher. And Sally said, no problem. Science has the answer. Do you have a garden hose? I said, I do. Good, she said. We will create a siphon to run the lemonade out of the bathtub, down the hallway, down the stairs, through the living room, and out the front door, down the driveway, all the way to the street. We can fill up the cups of our customers with freshly squeezed, human-agitated, value-added black lemonade directly from the bathtub. We'll make millions, or at least $75, accounting for the loss to Archimedes. After we pay back my brother, I said. No problem, they both said. Go get the hose. And so I did. In short order, we had assembled 150 feet of hose in 5 different sections. We stuck one end of the hose into the bathtub filled with the freshly squeezed, human-agitated, value-added black lemonade, ran the hose out the bathroom, down the hall, down the stairs, through the living room, right by my grandmother, who was watching General Hospital, The Days of Our Lives, and As the World Turns. My grandmother said, "Billy, what are you doing?" And I said, "Nothing." And she said, "All right." And Glenn said, "Do you think your grandmother could adopt me?" We unrolled the hose all the way to the street. We got out a card table. I said, "I'll get some paper cups." And Glenn said, "It's too bad we don't have fancier cups. We could charge more. Do you have anything other than paper?" And I said, "Now that you mention it, my parents have these glasses in the dining room hutch. They never use them. My father always asks, 'Should we use the Waterford?' And my mother says, 'No, not tonight.' They never use them." "Go get them," my friend said, and so I did. In short order, I had returned with 8 Waterford crystal goblets, and we lined them up on the card table, and we made a sign. Rare and spectacular black lemonade, 25 cents today only. Our neighborhood was filled with children. There were too many children in our neighborhood, and as soon as they saw the sign, they began to gather. No one had ever seen black lemonade before. "How do you make black lemonade?" they asked, and we said, 92 gallons at a time. Now we were ready to serve. But when I picked up the hose and shook it, no fresh squeezed, human agitated, value-added black lemonade came out of the hose. And I said, "We have a problem. How do we make the lemonade come out of the hose?" No problem, Sally said. "We need to cause a vacuum to encourage the freshly squeezed, human-agitated, value-added black lemonade to leave the bathroom and come down the hose. Once the flow is started, gravity will exert its power on the black lemonade." My friend Glenn said, "I will suck on the hose." And so he did. He sucked and sucked on the end of that hose, but there was no freshly squeezed, human-agitated, value-added black lemonade. And I tried sucking on the hose, and Sally tried sucking on the hose. 20 different children sucked on the end of that hose, which is something no one should ever do, especially right now in the middle of a pandemic. But it was all to no avail. And I said, "We have a problem. We need more suction." And my pal Sally said, "No problem. We just need a machine that creates a vacuum." And what machine in your house has the word vacuum in its name? I said, "Is this a quiz?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "Is the answer a vacuum cleaner?" She said, "Yes." "Do you have a vacuum cleaner?" I said, "Do we have a vacuum cleaner?" My family has invested in the most powerful of vacuum cleaners. My mother uses it on us when we come in the house. It is like the giant black hole of vacuum cleaners. It is called a Deluxe Electrolux. "Go get it," they said. And so I did. Well, I got it, and we strung together 5 extension cords all the way down the driveway. We plugged in that brand new Electrolux vacuum cleaner, turned it on, and it worked like a dream. And pretty soon, we could hear that freshly squeezed, human-agitated, value-added black lemonade come running down the garden hose, sucked into the Electrolux vacuum cleaner, which made a wonderful gurgling sound. And then the Deluxe Electrolux emitted a lugubrious cough, and 92 gallons, minus the volume of my body, according to Archimedes' principle, of black lemonade came shooting, pouring out of the other end of the vacuum cleaner. And we tried to stop it from coming out with our thumbs and our hands, but it sprayed all over us, and we began to drink out of the end, but it was too much, and it sprayed all over our customers. Everyone was being sprayed with freshly squeezed, human-agitated, value-added black lemonade, turning a color of gray that no group of humans on the planet has ever been. And then smoke came pouring out of the vacuum cleaner, and it died. And my grandmother called from the house, Billy, 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 something's wrong. The television isn't working. Come right away. I ran up into the house and saw the catastrophe that had transpired. The garden hose running through the house was leaking from 4 different places. The staircase, the hallway, the living room was slick and sticky with a freshly squeezed, human-agitated, value-added black lemonade. The power was out from the destruction of the brand-new deluxe Electrolux vacuum cleaner. The ceiling below the bathroom was leaking into the living room onto the couch, leaving an ominous black puddle. And my grandmother asked, "What did you do?" And I said, "Nothing." And she said, "All right." I ran back outside to find Sally and Glenn standing there next to a destroyed deluxe Electrolux vacuum cleaner, looking down at a pool of freshly squeezed, human-agitated, value-added black lemonade in the driveway, the broken Waterford crystal lying in shards, and all of our customers gone. "This is a disaster," I said. "It didn't work out at all." And Glenn said, "What do you mean?" I said, "All that's happened is one problem after another. I haven't solved any of my problems. What we did was a failure." And Glenn and Sally both said, "No, it wasn't. It was a success." I said, "What do you mean? I didn't even make any money." And Glenn said, "We solved your problem. You said you were bored." Sally asked, "Have you been bored in the last 3 hours?" "No," I said. "I saw that they were right." And with that, my parents drove down the street and pulled in the driveway. I told you they would show up late, and I said, "I think I may have a problem." And my pal Sally and my friend Glenn both said, "No problem, no problem. Bill, we hear our mother's calling. We have to leave." And they did. And that's when the problems started. "No problem, no problem. I know what to do. No problem, I can fix that. I'm happy helping you." But when someone says no problem, is it a blessing or a curse? 'Cause it could get better, but it might get worse.
Yes, indeed, folks. Yes, indeed. That was No Problem by Bill Harley, a story from his new storytelling album, No Problem, Stories of Accidental Mayhem. We also heard the intro and exit music as well. Hope you enjoyed hearing that on the show. It was so much fun to play, and there are more stories that I did not have time to play on the album, so if you want to, you can go check it out. This is Radioactive Kids. I am Sagan. You're listening to Asheville FM at WSFMLP 103.3 Asheville. Let's keep the music rolling with some very nerdy music by the Faithful Sidekicks. The Faithful Sidekicks, of course, make awesome nerdy music about various nerdy things. They have a new album out called Dark Side of the Meep. And we're going to play 2 songs about playing games, and 1 song that I'm just going to let it explain itself. All right, this is Radioactive Kids. This song is called There She Rolls on Radioactive Kids.
There she rolls again. She made a saving throw, and I just need to know, how bad was that blow? There she rolls again. There's poison in our veins, and I just can't contain the damage that remains. There she rolls again. She's rolling for attack, but the orc is hitting back. Are we alive or are we snapped? There she rolls again. She rolled a 9, but that is fine. It's enough to leave this mine, and I just need to know, should we stay or should we go? Should we stay or should we go now? Should we stay or should we go now? If we go, there will be trouble, but if we stay, it might be double. So you gotta let me know, should we stay or should we roll? There she rolls again. We're running for our lives. She's out of throwing knives. Let's hope someone survives. Let's hope she rolls a 20. That was not a 20. I think the dice hate me. I think the DM hates me. I know the DM hates me. But there she rolls again. There she rolls again. When I find myself in times of trouble, Dr. Baker comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. And when the paper clips need tasting, he's standing there right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom. Me, 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 me. Squeaky words of wisdom. And when the science is not settled and learned men don't agree, there will be an answer.
Meep, 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 meep. Squeaky words of wisdom. Meep, 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 meep. There will be an answer. And when the fireproof paper burns, there's still a light that shines on me. Burn until tomorrow. I wake up to the sound of panic, and a dozen bakers come to me, screaming words of wisdom. Me, me, me. 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 There will be an answer. Me, me, me. Me, me, me. Me, me, me. Me, me, me. Such great words of wisdom. Me, me, me. Yes. Hey, where are you going? What? Peoples are people, so why should it be? You and I should get along so awfully. Peoples aren't people, so why should it be? You and I should get along so awfully. For different colors on different sides of the board, you're looking on with envy at the size of my hoard. It's obvious I'm winning, though you've done nothing wrong. You're staring, I see daggers as I'm singing this song. I can't understand why you throw a fit. If it's all so bad, why not just quit? These aren't people, so why should it be? You and I should get along so awfully. Peoples aren't people, so why should it be? You and I should get along so awfully. Now you're throwing down pieces and you're shouting at me, just because I'm not playing into your strategy. Sometimes dice are friendly, but that's not a cheat. Next time it might be you who's not getting the wheat. I can't understand, it's all just fun. Please calm yourself, put down the gun. Peoples aren't people, so why should it be? You and I should get along so awfully. Peoples aren't people, so why should it be? You and I should get along so awfully. I can't understand what makes a game take a sour turn, go down in flames. Can't understand what makes a game take a sour turn, go down in flames. Can't understand what makes a game take a sour turn, go down in flames. Maybe pandemic next time?
And now for something completely different.
I know every tree, every turn on this trail. I live and breathe for freedom. I follow the North Star, so I never fail. I live and breathe for freedom. I lead folks from darkness up into the light, and come back for more in the dead of the night. So follow that star and follow me. Hold on to your dream of liberty. We'll get to the north, I guarantee, 'cause I live and breathe for freedom. Now don't bring the things that lose on your back. I live and breathe for freedom. Whatever you need, got it here in my sack. I live and breathe for freedom. for freedom.
That was a new single by Marla Lewis called I Live and Breathe for Freedom, which is, of course, a song about Harriet Tubman and the awesome work she did back in the 1800s. Very cool stuff. Hope you enjoyed that. This is Radioactive Kids, broadcasting from Asheville FM to Asheville and the world. Before Marla Lewis, we heard 3 songs by the Faithful Sidekicks from their new album, which I believe is mostly parodies. I think there's one song that is not a parody on there. The album is called Dark Side of the Meep. We heard Meeples Aren't People, Meep, 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 or Meep, Meep, Meep. That song's so silly. Which is, of course, a song about Beaker from the Muppets. And we started the set off with There She Rolls by the Faithful Sidekicks. This is Radioactive Kids. We are now entering the second hour of the program. All right, y'all, coming up in just about 16 minutes, we'll be interviewing the Swinging Bells. They have a new album out now called Welcome to the Flea Circus. I believe it's only available on Bandcamp right now, but it will soon be available elsewhere. Anyway, let's play some songs from it right now. This first song we're going to play is called Swimming on Radioactive Kids.
Swimming in the water, swimming like an otter, swimming, swimming all the time. Swimming, swimming, feeling fine. Backstroke, backstroke, I wanna do the backstroke. Lying on your back and looking at the sky. Breaststroke, breaststroke, for me it is the best stroke. Put your hands up wide through the water, you will glide. Swimming, swimming, swimming. I wanna go swimming in the water, swimming like an otter, swimming, swimming all the time. Swimming, swimming, feeling fine. Inside out, cool cat. Yeah, man, he's a real cool cat. I must go dancing, I must go dancing, I must go dancing, so dancing I will go. Let's get those fingers snapping, let's get those fingers snapping, and at those toes tapping, put on your dancing shoes. I must go dancing, I must go dancing, I must go dancing, so dancing I will go. Let's get those hips a-swaying, you know what I am saying, just hear that music playing, feel the rhythm and blues. I must go dancing, I must go dancing, I must go dancing, so dancing I will go. How about somebody thumping? Now wouldn't that be something? It really gets you jumping, any way you choose. I must go dancing, I must go dancing, I must go dancing, so dancing I will go. Let's put it all together, it really makes it better. I'll dance in any weather, so dancing I will go. I must go dancing, I must go dancing, I must go dancing, so dancing I will go. I must go dancing, I must go dancing, I must go dancing, so dancing I will go. So dancing I will go, so dancing I will go.
It's time to swing.
If you wanna feel the rhythm, if you wanna feel the beat, if you wanna hear some music, head down on your street. If you wanna move your body, if you wanna move your feet, if you wanna catch that feeling, go down on your street. Stomp those feet down on the floor, your heart is pounding but you want more. Grab your partner, drum round, you gotta get up to get down. Swing your arms, clap your hands, you gotta feel the rhythm of the big brass band. Tap your toes, kick out the heels, show us how the good time feels. If you wanna feel the rhythm, if you wanna feel the beat, if you wanna hear some music, head down on your street. If you wanna move your body, if you wanna move your feet, if you wanna catch that feeling, go down on your, down on your, down on your, down on your, down on your.
That was Old York Street by the Swinging Bells from their new album, Welcome to the Flea Circus. Before that, we heard I Must Go Dancing, Cool Cat, and Swimming on Radioactive Kids. Let's keep on going. We have a few more songs left in the album. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. Before we get to interview the Swinging Bells themselves, I'm looking forward to chatting with them. This song is a very different idea, and it's called Chimneys on Radioactive Kids.
I wonder where the chimney Perhaps a secret life. When they're done with winter strife, what if they could just climb down and run bricks and mortar through the town? Late at night in deepest dark, perhaps chimneys meet up at the park and take turns swinging on the swings. Or if back and forth is not their thing, they go lickety-split down the slide, taking care not to collide. Yeah, chimneys like to have some fun when their winter work is done. Chimneys go to the seaside and take the boats out for a ride. The fish swim up to say hello, the whales preach and put on a show. The chimneys breathe the salty air and sail around without a care. They like the change in scenery, that's why they visit at the sea. Chimneys round and chimneys square, in the summertime they have no cares. They gaze at stars in the night sky and watch the clouds go drifting by. Perhaps they meet their friends when it's close to summer's end for revelry one more time. Before back on rooftops up they climb. When summer draws to a close, there's something every chimney knows. As autumn leaves turn green to brown, it's back on rooftops they'll be found. Perhaps they dream a dream of hot summer nights and cold ice cream. They go back to what chimneys do and whisk the fire smoke from the flue. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle all around the town. Side streets, main streets, front and back streets, up the hills and down. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. My bicycle is painted red, it's shiny and it's sleek. I've got my helmet on my head, I ride 7 days a week. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle.
Yes, indeed. That was Welcome to the Flea Circus by the Swinging Bells from their new album, Welcome to the Flea Circus. Before that, we heard Bicycle Song and Chimneys, and I am very happy to welcome the folks from the Swinging Bells to the air with me right now. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Can y'all...
Really nice to be here with you today.
Awesome. Can y'all introduce yourselves real quick so we know who we're talking to?
Yes, we all got together for this call. We were very excited. So I'm Erin.
I'm Laura.
Dwayne.
Awesome. So I like to start every interview by with an artist who I haven't interviewed before by asking how did you start doing kids music, because this is your third or fourth album, I forget.
Yeah, so this is our third. We did a Christmas album,
yes,
and then 2 other albums besides that. So this is the next one, the follow-up.
Excellent.
And it's just as exciting, I think, every time to make an album. So it's
maybe more exciting.
Yes.
So we started off, maybe we can share this telling, will we?
Sure.
We started off a bunch of years ago now. Laura and I are both educators, so we both teach in the primary elementary world.
Awesome.
And so we were kind of making music outside of that. We were kind of making music with our friend Krista, and we used to play, but then we'd often share songs together about songs that we were writing for our classes. Which turned into the idea that we would do this RPM challenge, which is a challenge. It's an international challenge, but it's just a challenge to write and record an album in the month of February.
Yes.
So we decided to do that. Laura suggested it.
Yeah, we were going to do that, but at the same time, like Erin said, we were already making music. We kind of had like an alt country folk kind of thing going with our friend Krista, called the Dilettantes, and so we were already committed to making a third RPM album with that group. And so even though we tried to pull off 2 RPM albums in 1 month, but, we're still working full time, of course. So that kind of the kids music kind of went by the wayside. But Dwayne, who is Erin's partner, would hear us playing some of the songs downstairs around the, kitchen table, as we do in Newfoundland. Mm-hmm. And he, Dwayne is a long professional musician, and he thought that he really liked the sound of it, so he encouraged us to kind of keep going with it, and we applied for we got a City of St. John's grant for a demo.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we got a city grant, a couple $100 to record a demo, and so we did that, and then Dwayne kind of encouraged us to do a show, which we sort of put together in just a couple weeks. And we played it. There was a great space above a local bakery downtown here, and they used to have concerts there. And yeah, it was sold out. It was crazy. It was a totally sold out, packed show.
Awesome.
And we kind of knew we were on something. Yeah.
That's
and then we took
amazing.
it from there, and then so Dwayne jumped on board, so then it became the 3 of us, and it's been super fun ever since. It's about almost 10 years ago now, I think.
Wow. So and of course, you're a notable band, I think, because you're one of the few bands in independent kids music that really just does swing music, and like there aren't very many other folks who do that sort of music for kids. And I wanted to ask, why did you end up doing just swing music? What made it so important to you to swing it up?
Well, I think the natural fit for us, because Dwayne, like you said, is he's a wonderful guitar player and a great musician, and he plays a lot of swing style music, nice. Swing jazz music. And so when Dwayne kind of started, when Dwayne joined the fun, he brought a lot of that swing guitar to it, and that seemed like a real natural fit for the way that we wanted to take it as well. And so it's just been a really And we just love that style, It's dancey, it's fun, it's upbeat, it just has. So, and then now we've moved into doing a couple of electro swing tracks. So it just seems to be evolving as we evolve as a band.
Yes, that's awesome. And
What
go ahead.
I was just trying trying to remember what came first. Our love of swing or the name of the band.
Oh.
That's a good question. I think that maybe the swing came first, and then the name came
second.
from that, because we had to name the band after we had decided to do a show. So.
Kind of a chicken or the eggs situation, really.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome, yeah, and you mentioned, of course, and we heard on this latest album, your style's kind of changing and evolving because you have some electro swing songs on the album that you haven't really done before. So I wanted to ask, how did y'all make that happen? What made it a thing that you wanted to do?
Isaac doing. Dwayne and Aaron's son Isaac just turned 17 yesterday, and he's quite a musician in his own right. And I'll let one of them talk about the evolution of how swing music came into, or electro swing came to us.
Yeah, well, Isaac, he's been into his own kind of electronic music production. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember when we first did a track with him. Maybe he was
14 or 15. Yeah.
Well, York Street.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, York Street is another. So we just did that as a single, maybe 4 years ago, 3 years ago. 3 years. So I think that was the first time we kind of officially collaborated with him.
That's awesome.
He was, quite young then, relatively. So just kept going from there, really.
Yeah. So he's been great. It's been great to get him on board to work with us. And I guess we just decided to do it. We were listening to a lot of swing music at the time and kind of got into that electro swing kind of vibe. And again, we love that dancey kind of world, We love to see kids up dancing when we're playing, and, the electro kind of stuff adds this extra element to really get the kids kind of moving out there, And
yes.
adults too. I mean, we're not restricted on who dances at our show.
Yes, yeah. Only kids must dance. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and you mentioned the song "Old York Street," and I love it because it feels like the lyrics sort of feel like a song that was rediscovered from a bygone era, and of course the music video for it uses old cartoons and whatnot. So can you talk about how you put that one together?
We actually wrote the lyrics for that song and the main melody for our last album, the Superstar Sibling Detective Agency.
Oh.
And when you're writing an album, Dwayne is our producer, and he always encourages us to write as many songs as we possibly can, and then we do kind of a rough demo of them so that we've got a good choice and a good selection for what fits the album. And that last song, Old York Street, prior to be turning to an electro swing song, it was just, a regular song. We were figuring it out. And we couldn't quite figure it out. We couldn't quite make it how we wanted it to be at the time. So we kind of put it back on the shelf and didn't record it beyond, a rough demo. And we just let it sit. But, we always really liked it. So Aaron and I would say, remember Old York Street? That's good lyrics. That's a good beat. We love that song. And then suddenly, Isaac got into this electro swing stuff, and Aaron said, I can really hear Old York Street with that, electro stuff behind it. And so we kind of handed it over. Aaron and Isaac really worked on that together, and it was kind of just reborn, remade.
Yeah, and then we were trying to figure out how to do the video because it's nice to have the visual to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just seemed that all just seemed to come so naturally together to find those old vintage cartoons and kind of piece them together into this track. So it all just flowed really naturally. Once we knew that song was going to be electro swing, when the idea came, it was just yes, that's what it was going to be. We could hear the horns in it before, and we could hear all that stuff, but we were never sure how to put it together. But then when it just clicked one day, and it was yes, that is what we're doing. And
awesome.
we love that track. Yeah.
That's great. I love. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, it references our little house in downtown St. John's, Newfoundland. So
that's awesome.
A nice, yeah.
That's so cool. I love it. Oh my goodness. And that's great because it's simultaneously relatable and very specific.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this album, of course, is only out in full right now on Bandcamp. It'll be out other places soon, right?
Yeah, so we were trying to figure out, what to do with the album, and we live in a different world now where, it's just a different way of it's letting the music get out there.
Mm-hmm.
So we really wanted to take time to kind of celebrate each track, because every track on this album is really unique to the other one. Like there's some electro swing, there's some super simple dance songs, there's some more classic swing and bell style swing tunes, so it's got a bunch of different things in there, which we really love. So we thought the best way to take that on was to kind of release a track a month and kind of talk about it a little bit and just to, let people know more about it and at each track. So that's the approach that we've taken on it. So, so we have a new track out today, actually.
Yay!
So when we sent it to you were the first person to get it. You were we're giving our world premiere to you.
Yes, and we played it today. I must go dancing. Whoa, what a great song! So we are unfortunately out of time. So I'm so sorry we have to cut y'all off. But I wanted to ask you real quick: where can folks check out all your music and awesomeness if they want to check it out?
Yeah, we're pretty much everywhere that you would think to look. I think off the top of your head, Spotify is our favorite spot for sending people to music, and we're still our swingandbells.ta is the main website. Although that's a little under construction, we're revamping it.
Awesome.
But check back there regularly, and it'll be updated soon.
And we got the Facebook, and we got the Instagram. What else we got?
We got it all.
Awesome.
Reach out any way we can. Yeah. For sure.
We look forward. We look forward to hearing much more amazing music from you in the future. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much, and thanks for all you do.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Made a piece of art that softened my heart, helped me to get through. Doesn't matter if you made it for me or made it for you. You took the chance to say it, I'm thankful that you made it, because it meant a lot to me. I just want to say that I appreciate your creativity. You're sitting at the table with determination, creation in your mind's eye. Canvases waiting, brushes anticipating. The hours seem to fly by. You're working on a painting. The world has been waiting for an artist like you to come along. See you work your magic, something out of nothing. The images are sweet like a favorite song. You made a piece of art that opened my heart, helped me to get through. Doesn't matter if you made it for me or made it for you. You took the chance to say it, I'm thankful that you made it, because it meant a lot to me. And I just want to say that I appreciate your creativity. Your hands on the key, fingers on the strings, pen and paper right by your side, working on your progression in your writing session. I want to see the world through your eyes. The songs that you've been writing are like a bolt of lightning, a flash of inspiration at the perfect time. I can feel your spirit and your melodies and lyrics. Out of the darkness you help me shine. Someone wins all the accolades. You could
out the sun for an audience of one. You've made the world a brighter place. All because you made a piece of art that melted my heart, helped me to get through. It doesn't matter if you made it for me or made it for you. You took the chance to say it. I'm thankful that you made it because it meant a lot to me. And I just want to say that I appreciate your creativity. Ooh, thank you for your creativity.
I want to touch the sky, see the birds and sun and clouds. I want to fly so high. I want to soar tonight, see the light of the moon and stars. I want to fly so high. I'll keep on soaring, keep on reaching, keep on touching clouds every day. I'll touch the moon and stars tonight. I will try to reach new heights. I want to feel alive, like the flowers blooming in the spring, like the stars on a summer night. I'll keep on soaring, keep on reaching, keep on touching clouds every day. I'll touch the moon and stars tonight. I will try to reach new heights. When the leaves fall down and the snow covers the ground, I will keep on trying. I will keep on reaching. I will keep on touching clouds every day. I'll keep on soaring, keep on reaching, keep on touching clouds every day. I'll touch the moon and stars tonight. I will try to reach new heights. I'll keep on soaring, keep on reaching, keep on touching clouds every day. I'll touch the moon and stars tonight. I will try to reach new heights.
That was a brand new single by EVT Kids called New Heights. Before that, we heard a new single by Mr. Nick Davio and Kath B called Thank You for Your Creativity. And we heard an interview with the Swinging Bells. Thank you so much for calling us up, y'all. They are awesome folks. We are almost out of time in the Radioactive Kids show for today. Stay tuned for Short Circuits with Oscar if you're listening to Asheville FM. And if you're not listening to Asheville FM, stay tuned for whatever might be coming up next. Let's finish off with two more songs. We're going to play your Wizard Rock of the Week, a new a cappella single by Dots and Lines called Ravenclaw Quidditch Team. And we're going to finish off with a very cool song. This is a cover of a song by Daria, who you may recall we've played before on the show, by an artist from Kenya called Ness. The song is called Dino Kiroto, I Have a Dream. It is, of course, a song about Martin Luther King Jr. I thought it was appropriate to start and begin the show with songs about Martin Luther King Jr. Because he was a cool guy. Let's see. Thank you so much for listening. We might have time for another show afterwards, or another song after these two, but we'll see. I don't know. You'll just have to find out. Anyway, I am Sagan. This is Radioactive Kids, and I will see you on the radio next week.
Yes, we're up in the tower and the library, but those aren't the only hangouts where we might be. Out of the castle and up in flight, you'll find us on the Quidditch pitch day and night. It's more than just 7 who all show up. They get the odd visit from the physics club, plus a bunch of kids who might play next year. Why not learn now if you're already here? It's the Ravenclaw Quidditch team. We've got the best beaters since Ludo's days, and they've got their own system of calling plays, while our keeper's in the zone at another station. She says guarding goals is like meditation. Our chasers make time for some theory, and you just can't top their intensity. Kenilworthy Wisp is required reading, so they're even getting into vegetarian cooking. It's the Ravenclaw Quidditch team. And who could forget about that time when we used the commentator as a snitch-finding spy? They made up the code based on Luna's class to convey where the little thing was zooming around. No one caught on for 3 whole games until our own team captain started up a debate all about the ethics of bending the rules. You can't just be clever without thinking it through. It's the Ravenclaw Quidditch team. They've got a penchant for experimenting. One year they dove in and tried inventing an underwater game with a giant squid. It didn't catch on, but the trying did. The whole common room stayed abuzz so long, with Ravenclaw kids learning Mermish song, to see if they'd ever want to play a game. And down to the lake, just guess who came? It's the Ravenclaw Quidditch team. It's the Ravenclaw Quidditch team. Ravenclaw Quidditch. Come on, Eagles. It's the Ravenclaw. It's the Ravenclaw. It's the Ravenclaw Quidditch team.
There's a